Hello class, welcome to our online video. Today in our casual conversation class, we will learn how to communicate your opinion using the phrases I would rather and I prefer. So, when talking about opinion, we often use these verbs: giving your opinion and sharing your opinion. So today, you will learn how to share your opinion when given a choice between two things. This is our lesson vocabulary and grammar for today. We will learn the definition of preference. We will learn how to use the word prefer and how to use the word rather. Our sentence structures for today are: do you prefer blank or blank? I prefer blank. Would you rather blank or blank? I would rather blank. And finally, how about you? Okay, remember to take notes today. So I'm curious, do you prefer Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Which drink do you prefer? I prefer Coca-Cola. I prefer Coca-Cola. I prefer Coca-Cola because my family drinks Coca-Cola. My family has drank Coca-Cola my whole life. So I prefer Coca-Cola. This is your preference. A preference is something you like more than another thing. When you say, I prefer Coca-Cola over Pepsi, it is the same as saying, I like Coca-Cola more than Pepsi. So when you say I prefer, it's like saying I like blank more than blank. Okay? It's easy, right? People want your opinion when making plans or deciding group decisions. So when people ask you for your opinion, often in casual conversation, they want to know, what do you want to do? So today, in this lesson, we will pretend someone is asking you about your opinion to make plans in the future. When talking about future possibilities, we often use the word would. We often use the word would. Because would is used to communicate a future choice or decision. Saying would tells someone what you would prefer to do in the future. So you tell someone what your preference is in the future. For example, if you say, I prefer blank, it means I like more. I prefer Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola more. But if you say, I would prefer or I would rather, this means I want to. So I would prefer Coca-Cola. I want to drink Coca-Cola. So I prefer is more like I like. And I would prefer or I would rather is more like saying I want to. It is speaking of your future choice or decision. Okay, so when you use prefer, it can be paired with a noun or verb. Rather is usually with a verb. So prefer sometimes uses would. But because rather is commonly used with a verb, we almost always use would with rather. So would is often used with rather. Prefer sometimes uses would. I'll show you some examples. Let's look at some examples. First, let's practice prefer. Do you prefer blank or blank? I prefer blank. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Maybe your friend wants to make you a drink. So your friend asks you, do you prefer coffee or tea? You can respond, I prefer tea, or I prefer coffee, thanks. Do you prefer hiking or climbing? Now we are using verbs. Your friend wants to plan a weekend activity with you. Your friend asks you, do you prefer hiking or climbing? You can say, I prefer hiking. Climbing is scary, right? So now let's look at using rather. Would you rather blank or blank? I would rather blank. Would you rather go jogging or go fishing? Maybe your friend wants to know what you want to do this weekend. Your friend asks you, would you rather go jogging or go fishing this weekend? I would rather go fishing. I love water. Would you rather drive or walk? Maybe your friend wants to know your opinion on transportation to the concert. Your friend asks you, would you rather drive or walk to the concert? I would rather walk, so we don't have to worry about parking. How about you? How about you? How about you? Finally, today, I want to teach you the response question, how about you? This is the question you can ask when you give your preference and want to know your friend's preference too. It is a very considerate question when making decisions together. Maybe your friend asks you, do you prefer chocolate or strawberry ice cream? I prefer chocolate. How about you? Chocolate is my favorite too. Great. Let's share chocolate ice cream then. How about you checks on your friend and their opinion? So maybe your friend asks you again, do you prefer chocolate or strawberry ice cream? I prefer chocolate. How about you? I don't really like chocolate. Oh, that's okay. I like strawberry too. Let's share strawberry ice cream. So this is a good way to see if your friend likes your idea, likes your preference. So back to the concert. Your friend asks you, would you rather drive or walk to the concert? Drive or walk? I would rather walk. so we don't have to worry about parking. How about you? I'm afraid it will be too hot. Oh, good point. Do you want to take a taxi instead of walking? Perfect. So how about you is a very good question, a very considerate question to ask. So for review, vocabulary and grammar. What is the definition of preference? Remember, prefer and rather have very similar meanings, but prefer can be used with nouns or verbs, and rather is usually used with verbs. It's very common to hear, I would rather. With prefer, you can hear, I prefer and I would prefer. Remember, would is talking about your future decisions and future plans. So, do you prefer blank or blank? I prefer blank. This is the same as saying, I like blank more than. Would you rather blank or blank? I would rather blank. Would rather means I want to. I want to. And finally, remember, how about you? This is a great question to ask in response to check and see if your friend likes your idea. Or if you are wondering about their opinion too, you can ask them, how about you? So, for homework, I have made another Google form, the same as last week. So there's a survey, a Google form, in the Google Classroom. It asks you different questions like, what do you prefer? And what would you rather do? So please fill out, complete the Google form in Google Classroom and bring your answers to class next week. Bring your answers to class next week. Okay? Bring your answers to class. Thank you, and thanks for always working hard. Okay? Have a good week. I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.